It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA. Well, it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. Outside of the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Westbrook in at the 5. And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis, is Ja Morant. But his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
Now, here's DeRozan. That one's in, his first shot this game.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
Pass to Edey. And here is Wells. Some nice passing there by Memphis. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Sabonis kicks to Levine. The Grizzlies pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense. It's hard to get a win when that's the case. Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways, that time with a great bounce pass.
Sabonis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, when you face Sabonis, boxing him out must be at the top of the scouting report. DeMontis is the best offensive rebounder in the game.
From 11 feet away, and DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And the shot goes down.
Yes, we know Jackson can nail threes, but at his core, he's a guy who wants the ball around the rim.
Westbrook dishes to Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Sabonis' screen on Morant. Out to DeRozan. Here's the 3. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Well, let's not forget, Levine's got a great handle.
Here's Morant. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. The electric Ja Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with Ja Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for Ja means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
Eubanks, he's checked in for the Kings. Malik Monk comes in for Russell Westbrook. Monk, the pass to Eubanks. Kick out to Levine. DeRozan for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DeRozan's got 5.
Well, DeRozan is a big-time scorer. Off the dribble, off the catch, he can do it all.
Drops in the layup for 2. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Guys?
Allie, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, there's that explosiveness we talk about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
Here's Levine.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Morant. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Jalen Wells. Here's Morant for three. Caldwell-Pope. Monk grabs the board. Outside DeRozan. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Once DeRozan gets inside with the ball, he is very efficient.
Morant passes to Jackson. Now Aldama. Jackson with the screen. 5 to shoot. Aldama can't hit. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. 4-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the evening.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And so... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Dennis Schroeder. Dario Saric is out there with Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Ellis at the 3 slot. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Sacramento leading by 9. Schroeder kicks to Monk. Lets it go with the 3. Drills it from outside.
Monk will take him any way he can get him, even in the corner.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Sacramento. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Zach LaVine.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Monk's shot's good.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Well, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. Monk outside. Saric with the screen for Monk. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot by Wells, no good. Kings leading now by 11. The kick out to Sabonis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. George, that's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Morant. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Morant's got 6 points.
Yeah, he's so confident on that pull-up now. That's why the defense can't afford to give him any space.
Here's Monk. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Shots good by Sabonis.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Edie's checked in for Jock Landale. And then for Sacramento, DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Saric. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The Grizzlies trail by 14. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And here's Westbrook following Ja Morant's 3. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It's stolen by Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
What a leap to the rim by Monk. Going up high where the defense can't stop him.
Pass to Edie. Here's Wells. Aldama with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Wells. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Now, here's Wells. 9 points last game out. And he lays it straight in. Wells has got 10 points. 1:36 left here in the second. Now, here's Westbrook. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting. But everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
So it's Sacramento after Memphis gets the 3.
That's how to stand your ground under the glass. He was determined.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Edie, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, rebounds look too easy for Edie sometimes. Taller than even most NBA players.
And DeRozan throws it down.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson, count it. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Showing some muscle on that finish. Jackson Jr. doesn't get thrown off balance easily.
Levine can't hit.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Edie, and the dunk by Edie.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.